What is good, YouTube? It's your favorite Zoe boy, Jonathan, back with another video. And the NBA trade deadline is getting really weird. Yesterday, on the February 2nd, the Dallas Mavericks traded away their franchise player, Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris away to the LA Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, 2029 first-round pick. This trade came with no prior hints or rumors. Just the GM of the Dallas Mavericks, Nico Harrison, just chatting and corroborating with the GM of the Lakers, Rob Pelinka. They didn't consult the head coach. They didn't consult the players involved. They didn't even consult the damn owners of the team. The trade was finalized late on the 2nd. I was actually at a party mid-bunch on when I found out. My loud friend actually made the whole party know what was going on, so I had to stop real quick. My first thought about this is that loyalty really is dead. I mean, just in the last 2 years, Kanye West got divorced, Will Smith got cheated on, and now Luka's getting traded. So what I'm getting from this is that it don't matter how much money you have, how good you are at your craft, and how famous you are, you can't get replaced. You are replaceable. You might be cooked right now, and you don't even you might be cooked right now and you don't even know it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, Valentine's Day is coming up very soon. So I would look at your partner's phone before I do anything drastic, like buy a Birkin bag or some Lululemons. I mean, the man wasn't perfect, but he did lead the team to the NBA Finals just a year ago. Really carrying, I wouldn't say solo carrying because Dallas Mavericks do have a really good roster, but he really was the best player on the team in every series, making clutch game winners, 30 bombs, triple doubles. He was doing it all. And he was doing it through a lot of injuries too. And what really bothers me is that they literally made a change in the offseason, adding Klay Thompson to, make up for the lack of three-point shooting in the NBA Finals. So I just don't understand why they would trade away their franchise player in the middle of a season when they just went to the NBA Finals. That's like the Celtics trade away Jaylen Brown after he got exposed for having no left hand against the Heat. That's like trading away Jason Tatum as he got out light-skinned in the NBA Finals against Golden State. Just give them another year, but I guess the Mavericks, or I should say specifically, Nico Harrison did not see it that way. If you've seen the interviews with Nico Harrison and head coach Jason Kidd, you can tell Kidd is not on board. He did not nod one time in approval. He did not agree with this trade. I mean, there's talks that Luka's crying about this trade. I mean, he's been there since he's been drafted. The owner of the team, Mark Cuban, said he's confused. He has no idea what's going on either. He said he'd rather divorce his wife than trade away Luka, but here we are out of nowhere with this Luka trade. But I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But enough about my little spiel. Let's talk about the logistics of it, right? Nico Harrison, his idea was that he wanted the team to win now. So looking at the roster now, after this trade, you have Kyrie Irving at your 1, Klay Thompson at your 2, PJ Washington at your 3, Anthony Davis at your 4. Now, probably Gafford starting out at your 5 now until Lively comes back. And we'll see how that works out, who's going to be the starter when Lively's all healthy. Which, don't get it twisted, that is a very formidable starting 5. And they got depth. They got Dinwiddie coming off the bench. Now they have Max Christie, who is a budding player, who is getting into his offensive bag a little bit in his last tenure as the Los Angeles Lakers. You have Dante Exum, also a budding player. Najee Marshall, who's been playing very good basketball this season. Jaden Hardy, Quentin Grimes, a very good three-point shooter. So the Mavericks are very good on paper, and they probably will play very good on the court too. I just don't think they're the favorites immediately. I mean, we'd have to wait and see, but I don't think trading Luka with AD makes them the favorite immediately. One thing that you have to remember is that Anthony Davis is a defensive player of the year contender. I mean, that's going to improve the Dallas Mavericks defense greatly. And now you have PJ Washington at your 3, AD at your 4, and you're going to have Gafford or Lively at the 5. They're going to be a big team and a very hard team to score in the paint. But one thing that we're going to be lacking sorely is playmaking. I mean, Kyrie Irving's only averaging 4.8 assists per game this season, which is a little lower from his 5.2 assists per game last season. You can't forget, Luka was averaging 7.8 assists per game, even on a down year. Last year, he was averaging 9.8. And I can't even lie, the numbers do not lie. I have bet that Klay Thompson will score over 1.5 three-pointers. They passed him the ball in the first quarter. He made it. He's 1 for 1. Now, I cannot make this up. The Dallas Mavericks failed to give Klay Thompson the ball until the fourth quarter in this game.
Fuck. The Dallas Mavericks. Why does Klay Thompson have 4 shots in the game? They don't even pass him the ball. He's 1 for 3. Please give Klay Thompson the ball so he can shoot and I can hit my parlay. These niggas are ball hogs, bro. These niggas are ball hogs.
But I just don't think Kyrie Irving's ever be going to bring Luka Magic production on the playmaking side, at least. Yeah, they're going to be a very fun team to watch. You know, Mavericks has been like the Lob City Mavericks since the last 2 years. And I'm sure the Lobs will still go up to Lively and Gafford and now AD. But it's just that fluidity getting into the three-point shooter, getting Klay Thompson open, that I just need to see a little bit more from them. And I can't lie, I still don't think they're better than the OKC Thunders, honestly. Like, they might really be I need to see the matchup with the Rockets and the Grizzlies first, because those are, top 3 teams in the West right now. But the way OKC is playing defensively, in a day and age when you can have a 6'6" Shea Alexander, he can do it on both sides of the ball, playmake, score at will, and guard, steal, block. He can do anything. He's a big body. I just don't really like having, undersized Kyrie Irving as my, number 1 guard. So I just don't love it. I mean, I really feel like Kyrie Irving was a big reason as to why the Mavericks lost in the finals last season. I mean, the Celtics really just claimed him. Like, those undersized guards, when you're playing a very physical two-way guard that can guard you and score on his own, it's going to make it hard for Kyrie to find a lot of success in the deep playoff runs. So I'm interested to see that, but I don't know. I just don't think this really propelled them into being the favorites. I know ESPN came out and gave this trade an F for the Dallas side. I wouldn't say it's that drastic. I mean, Anthony Davis was still an MVP caliber player this season. Who started off really hot and has stayed hot throughout the season. I don't know. I don't think it makes him a contender. I'm gonna give it like about a B-, honestly. Like, I think they might get a little better. I think the reason that it's not amazing is just that their guard play is just Kyrie's just a little too small for me at this day and age in the NBA. You got big guards all over the league. Now on the Lakers side, I mean, yeah, this is tremendous, honestly, to acquire Luka Doncic. I mean, he's a hell of a player. He's, definitely a franchise player that any team would love to have him. And yeah, like, he's only 25, so he can only get better from here for about 5, 6, 7 years. He's only entering his young prime. Like, Luka Doncic has many years. Right now, I think it might have hurt the Lakers a little bit, just because, bro, their big man plays kind of sorry. They got Jackson Hayes and Maxi Kleber. Like, I feel like they're just really small in the interior, and they aren't going to be able to guard a lot. And that was already one of their bigger problems, their defense. You feel me? So adding Luka Doncic, which is not known to be a very high-end defender himself. He is big, but he's not really known to be the best defender. I don't think the Lakers are about to just like skyrocket and become, crazy right now. I am very interested to see that Luka and LeBron synergy. I mean, they're both some of the best passers in the league right now. I mean, LeBron, he's just beyond time, honestly. The way he could just propel his game or extend his game to just become great at other things. You feel me? As the age comes, he's still hyper athletic, but he's having the best shooting year of his career. And some of the LeBron's a hell of a passer too. So I think the Lakers are going to be one of the flashier teams in the league. LeBron and Luka are going to be making some amazing passes. Can't wait to see the first Luka to LeBron lob. I know that's going to break the internet. The Lakers are already being the number one covered team in the NBA. That place is going to go stupid. I mean, I already checked the Instagram video when Luka pulled up to the Lakers. I already got like 1 million likes. So the Lakers are just going to be raining in the money. This is going to be raining in the fans. It's just going to be a real beautiful. I don't think they're a contender right now unless they make a package deal to get somebody else, like a really competent big man, to really fill out the center. At this point, just sign Dwight Howard. Low key, Lakers signed Dwight Howard. They might be contenders, though. They just really need someone to guard a big man because you're going to put Jackson Hayes or Maxi Kleber on Nikola Jokic, Şengün, Sabonis. I'm sorry, but they're just not guarding that. But that really was a staple of the Mavericks before they got the big man, Gafford. The Mavericks would win games from just outscoring opponents. So maybe LeBron and Luka, with the supporting cast, will be able to recreate that. But that's just not sustainable to make a really deep playoff run. So, but that was never the goal for Rob Pelinka and the Lakers to make a deep run this time. They want to rebuild, but they want to have they want to rebuild and they want to be good for a long time post LeBron. But I don't know, it's kind of a weird time to do it because you still have LeBron on the team and his window is not as long, not as lucrative, not nearly as Luka's right now. So the Lakers are going to have to figure out a way to get a big man and become contenders again right now in the Luka LeBron era before it's just the Luka era in the Lakers jersey. Overall, the Lakers, with the JJ Redick coaching difference, they are definitely well-coached team this year. They're the 5th seed, so they're a very competent team, but they really weren't a favorite before this trade. So I'm interested to see I'm interested to see if Luka on his own can make this team a contender, or if they're gonna actually need a big man to propel them to that next level. But right now, I'll give it an A- because I can't. You got to think about the longevity of this trade. Luka is just 25, so even if the Lakers don't win this year, a couple more pieces, Dawson Connect growing a little bit more, Austin Reeves coming into form a little bit more. The Lakers are going to be a pretty scary-looking team for the next couple of years.